everybody. I hope you enjoyed my little sense of humor with the intro to this month's video. I've been trying to get a little bit more creative since I'm producing more content. Like I said in my first unboxing video that a lot of you have already seen, I am trying new things. And if you watch the video, you know the cat's out the bag, the beard's back. It's actually been back for a while. It's funny. See, I know a lot of guys like to do the no shave November, and it's become a trend thing. But for myself, I actually started growing my beard back around the beginning of fall. So right after that first day of fall, I started growing my beard back. Just so because by the time November gets here, I have a nice thick beard, which my beard, this right here is about a month's worth of growing. Exactly 1 month. So my beard grows pretty fast and pretty thick, which is why every couple of days I'll have to trim it down so as it doesn't get too thick. Because when it gets real thick for me, when I go running in the gym, my beard makes me get hot real fast, which again, I don't want to get that hot because I'm trapped in the heat. I want the heat to come because I'm getting my heart rate up. So every couple of days after I've grown it for a month, I'll thin it down with a trimmer, and I'll discuss that a little bit more later. So this is actually a month worth of growth, and it's a good thing because where I live in Georgia, we've always had, as you can see, fall is here, and we've already had some temperatures in the 30s. So my beard has kept my face warmer. I've been outside biking and walking and hiking in these cooler temperatures, so that's really why I like my beard. What's interesting is when I first started growing my beard back about a month ago, I had a new friend who saw me grow my beard back for the very first time, and she was just shocked by how fast my beard was growing. And I explained to her that, you know, my beard grows fast, and we were talking about beards, and out of the blue she just like shared about women and shaving their legs, and she's like, "Martin, you just don't know how much we hate it." And I'm sitting here like thinking to myself, as a man, I mean, and you know, I know it's part of life, women shaving their legs, but you have no clue. For the ladies who watch this, you have no clue. Imagine having to shave your face and your neck every day. There are some guys who don't grow beards as fast as I do, so they can go a couple days without shaving, but for me, I have to shave my face every day and my neck every day, just because I don't want that growth during the summer and spring when it's warmer. So it's an everyday issue. So when fall gets here, it's kind of a break for me from shaving, you know, and without the beard, it takes me about 15 minutes to get in the bathroom, brush my teeth, and shave. When I grow the beard, I'm in and out in 5 minutes because all I'm doing is trimming. And it's funny, a lot of guys talk about no shave November, but here's a secret, ladies. We still shave. We still have to clean it up. I can remember when I was in the hospital after my accident, I had at first, at the time, I had a goatee, and the girl I was dating came to see me in the hospital, and I had all this, my beard growing, all that, and she thought, I think she was trying to be romantic and thought she'd be, oh, you know, he can't shave, you know, so I'll shave him. So she talked to one of the nurses, and why they gave her a straight blade, I'll never know. So here I am in the hospital, and I believe I was still in the ICU, and she comes in with the old-fashioned shaving cream, and a straight blade. And I'm gonna tell you something. I know a lot of the guys and women might think it's romantic to shave, to be shaven by your partner or for your partner to shave you. I don't know if it was the morphine I was on, my brain injury, or what, but I was terrified during that time. There with this girl, this woman had a straight blade to my neck, and I don't know if you can see, I've got a prominent Adam's apple. So shaving around that Adam's apple with a straight blade, I was like, she's gonna slit my throat. I mean, seriously, I didn't feel comfortable with her doing that. But it's part of shaving. You know, for other than that part, when No Shave November comes, like I mentioned, guys have to upkeep the beard. Like this, like I said, every couple of days I will knock it down with a beard trimmer. I have mine right here that I've had for years. And I've got a whole bunch of different attachments. This is what I use to trim it down to a certain level. I generally like my beard kind of lean, thinned out, just so it lets my face breathe some. But when it gets colder, I'll let it get a little bit thicker. But the problem is when it gets thicker is my mustache and all that, it'll either grow up into my nose and get real itchy, so I have to thin that out, or I'll get hairs growing into the corners of my lips and the corner of my mouth. Trust me, for you ladies with long hair, and you ever have to deal with getting hair in your mouth, you know how frustrating it is. Now imagine having the hair growing from your face and getting into your lips. So with that comes another thing I try to do is trim around the mouth. So I think it'd be kind of cool. I got my little mouth guard trimmer. I'm going to show you. A little bit close. You see around the mouth here. I'm going to trim right there. I can get in the corner so I don't have a lot of, you see how I took some of it out? That helps keep the hairs from going into my lips and getting them out, and it is just, oh, I hate it. And like I said, it grows fast. About 8 years ago, I went to Colorado, and I think at the time I forgot to take my trimming accessories with me. So when I let my beard grow, it just grew so thick. And one of the guys I met there at church, he came up to me and said, "Dude, are you Jewish?" He's like, "You've got the thickest Jewish beard I've ever seen." I'm like, "Nope, Native American Indian, actually." And my beard just grows thick. So that is part of the beard process. Now, if you notice, for me, I've got my cheeks shaven, and so that's something, guys, we have to keep up, because if we don't, then the little pic of the Snapchat filter of the werewolf, that that would literally be how I look. I have all this hair up in hair, have hair down on the neck, and look like a werewolf. Not only does it not feel good for the guys, I'm sure a lot of you women can attest, it's not attractive to you. So for me, what I do for mine is real simple. I will puff my cheek out, take my razor, and I will basically, just while my cheek is puffed up, shave where it's popped up. And that gives me this nice little dip. So it keeps the cheeks from getting too hot. Every now and then, I used to go a little bit lower. As you see, I'm trying to grow it back some because I went too low earlier this year. But it that's how I personally do that, and that's just the trimming part, ladies. You know, beards can get thick and they really get, they can hold, they're like if you're active like me, you're in the woods, you're biking, you're running, you're sweating, your beard can get stanky. So we have, just like you wash your hair, we wash our beards. And I've got mine here. I use this brand here. I don't know if you can see it. It is actually, I'll get closer. It won't work with the filter I got. I use Cremo, and I usually don't wash my beard out until my beard gets a little bit thicker than this. And I just wash it on the days I do cardio, whether I'm running, biking. I'll get in the shower and I'll wash my beard when I'm in the shower. And this is actually the Cedar Forest blend scent, which I really like because it reminds me of Colorado and the smell of the cedar trees. Not like in the South where we have pine trees and you smell the pines, the sap from the pine trees. This is more cedar smell. So I use that. It's got a lot of oils in it to keep my beard nice and clean and not getting stanky. And that's not a lot. That's not it. Right? There's more to having a beard. And that's why I have, I'm gonna hold it up, these beard oil. Now this is again from Cremo that I like, and this is actually from their variety pack. So you can get variety pack, so you can test the different scents. I've got, let's see, the mint blend, which is it's kind of nice, but there's a difference between having mint flavor in your mouth and having a mint scent on your face. So, and I've got a real strong sense of smell, so that I don't use it too much. Then there's another one that I do use from time to time, and it's more of let me see if I can get it out of here. I should have took these out before I filmed. It's called the Bourbon Blend. Now the Bourbon Blend is more like it's more of like a musky, manly scent, and it's okay. It just reminds me of going into like an old Midwestern bar. You get that musky bourbon scent, smell of the alcohol. I don't use it that much just because I don't drink, and I try to avoid the memories of my drinking days. But my favorite go-to scent is this one. Can you guess what scent it is? It is the Forest Blend, which is more cedar smell, which is just like the beard wash. And I like it again because especially during the fall time of year, as you see my background, my background was actually taken up in Black Rock Mountain, Georgia, up in North Georgia. It was real cool. I was up there hiking. You walk out, and the fog would come in and go out, so it's kind of spooky, like Halloween. This was just when the wind blew and the mist blew out. But this right here, ladies, I'm telling you, it is great. And I'm gonna demonstrate how you do it. You don't put it in your beard. We're gonna show you how guys put their beard oil. You get a little dropper of it. Let me see if I can get some on here. See, you got the dropper of it. Put it in your hand, on your hands, and I don't know why guys do this, other than just spreading it out on your hands. So you get it, and you rub your hands like this, and what's so cool is you're doing this as I'm doing this. The scent of cedar is like, ugh. Have you ever had like a live Christmas tree, and you have that smell of pine? This is the same. It's more like a smell of cedar. You take it, you get it warms it up, and you don't want a whole lot because you don't want the oils getting down into your mouth, which I've had that before, and you can taste it. Now this is just the consistency is kind of like a mineral oil. See my hands? It's kind of like our baby oil. That's the consistency of it. But it does have, this one has cedar palm oil in it. The mint has mint in it, and it's got a lot of good different oils. I'll read them to you in a minute. But you take this, and then guys, we go down we go down, get the beard, and it gets in. Now I like to really get it in around my nose because I get dried up in there, and believe it or not, guys can actually get face dandruff from having a beard. But the beard oil, if you get it in the skin around the nose and around in the corners of the lips, it helps with it. I don't know if you can tell, my beard is kind of looking a little bit more shiny. I'm gonna get it under the neck, on the sides, because I get real thick sideburns. I get real thick in the mouth. My mustache grows fast. And honestly, I actually grew a mustache when I was like 14 or 15 years old in high school and middle school. I have some old pictures of me with the lip fuzz, as I call it, mustache. Not my thing, but my senior year of high school, I grew my first beard. Now this is some of the ingredients in this. We've got, well, I'm not gonna read it. It's got this one. This is of course the bourbon. It's got some type of bourbon, whatever, bourbon accents in it. You know, you can research right now. All beard oils pretty much have the same ingredients in it, just different brands. Some add different things in there. But Cremo has become my favorite. It's really Cremo actually has the beard brushes and everything, but this, it feels so, oh my gosh, it feels so good. And I smell it. Now it just makes me want to go back to Colorado so bad. And I give you a little heads up about the oils. Like if you have like any allergies, like to like fall allergies or any how can I say food allergies. Like a few years ago, I have celiac disease, so every now and then I'll get kind of like patches of if I eat anything with gluten, I'll get like dermatitis on my skin. And a few years ago, I got it on my face, and I didn't know I had it underneath my beard. And I put the oil in, and it got into the dermatitis, and it got infected and inflamed. I had real big puffs, corner of my mouth, skin got real red, and I actually had to go to my doctor and ended up having to shave my beard off. And my friends who know me, I was just so paranoid because I literally had, it looked like second-degree burns on my face underneath my beard once I shaved it off. I had to put all kinds. I had to go on I had to go on steroids and anti-inflammatories and a special cream I had to put on my face for a while. And I just thought I'll never be able to grow a beard again. And I went to tell my doctor, and he's like, "Well, all we can do is hope for the best." He's like, "Just whatever you do, don't." He actually told me not to eat gluten, which I shouldn't be eating a lot of gluten anyway, while I do the beard oil. But right now, my beard's thin enough to know that I don't have any dermatitis, and the beard oil is not going to bother me. And I'll probably try to keep it this thin for a while, at least until we get further in the winter and you have like 20s and 30s more frequently, especially when I go out biking. But honestly and truly, I'm just glad I can grow the beard again after that incident where I had the bad reaction. So I caution you, for the guys watching this, be careful with the beard oil. Not a lot. If you have any sensitive skin issues and celiac disease, be careful. Yeah, I've just been real grateful that I've grown my beard back, because as we're into this time of year, and I've been talking about changing, the beard is part of me getting acclimated for fall and winter. So, and it helps me out a lot. When I've been biking or even walking, you know, I use my new headlamp that I told you about my unboxing. I used it the other day and I was out walking and it was like 45. I left, it was like 50. By the time I got home, it was 45. But the beard helped out a lot. That is what I want to share with you about No Shave November, or in my case, No Shave season, fall and winter. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my new approach, the new background. I was informative to some of you ladies who thought you had it bad because you had to shave your legs every day or even your armpits. Yeah, it's part of life. You know, the women's professors think that's horrible. Some of the guys think it's horrible. So if you don't like the facial hair on the guys, be sympathetic. Understand. It's not simple as just shaving your face. I've showed y'all some of the things that we guys have to go through, and it's to keep the beard looking attractive and healthy. So please, please, please hit the subscribe button at the end. Leave comments. Let me know what you think about not only this video, but my new video series that I started with unboxing products and just anything what's going on with you guys. So let me know what you want me to talk about, some of your ideas. I can only talk about what I know about, as in the beard, the fitness stuff. And be watching for another unboxing video coming real soon. So I'm trying to get those uploaded to my YouTube channel before I produce my normal videos on the 26th. So I hope everybody's enjoying your fall. Enjoy the colors where you're at. Enjoy the cooler temperatures. And if I don't get to tell you, have a great, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with your family, y'all. Thanks for checking it out. Bye-bye.